Running and exercising is the best way to stay fit, but to truly measure your progress, having the right tools makes all the difference. That's why I want to show you how you can enhance and boost your exercises by using the Apple Watch, whether it is a standard Apple Watch or the more feature-packed Apple Watch Ultra. Now, you might be wondering, do I really need Apple Watch Ultra to get the most out of my workouts? And do I need to get some special app and pay extra subscription? The short answer is no. The standard Apple Watch with its native workout app is good enough and it has a lot of features. I am running with the Nike app, but it's really down to my own preference. I keep track of all of my runs in that application, so I don't like to be switching to anything else now. But if you are just starting, you really have a wide choice. You can choose the app your friends are using, or you can just stick to the shoe brand, or simply use the Apple Workout app. And to start is as simple as opening the Workout app and selecting outdoor run or indoor run, depending on where you're heading. You can even choose a walk or a cycle option if you are mixing things up. And once you have selected your workout, just hit start and you are off. But if you have the Apple Watch Ultra, you can skip this whole process and just by simple single click on this action button, you can start the workout. But more about it later in the video. But wait, Apple Watch doesn't just track your time and distance. You can see there are a lot more metrics, as is your pace, calories burned. You can also see your heart rate zones and other metrics. And you can easily set it up straight away on the run, just by a simple tap on each of these metrics. But I think it's probably better to properly set it before the run. When you open your workout app, then tap on the three dots at the top right of your workout screen to access the settings. From here, you can adjust things like goal types, whether you are tracking the distance or calories or just the time. You can also enable pace alerts, so you'll be notified if you are speeding up or slowing down too much, or heart rate alerts if you are trying to work out in a specific heart rate zones. Here I need to mention one issue I had with the heart rate measuring. Probably after a lot of exercising in the very hot and humid conditions, the band got a little bit loose, or maybe my wrist got a little bit smaller afterwards. And I noticed that the heart rate was not measuring correctly. The readings I was getting was very inaccurate and it didn't match the progress and didn't match my feeling on the runs. But I noticed that it's just because it was a little bit loose. So now for every run or exercise, I tighten the band a little bit more. I usually go at least one dot further than my standard, which I'm wearing over the day. The heart rate zones are actually quite important, especially for runners. And a good thing is that Apple Watch is tracking all of that and keeping all the data. And you can easily find it. If you go to settings, scroll all the way down to workout, and here keep on scrolling again until you find your heart rate zones. It is very useful to see. Speaking of personalizing, another cool feature of the Apple Watch is the ability to change the units of measurement, which can be found on the same place, right above it. Whew, here we are. The run is finished. Now the last remaining step is to synchronize it with your phone. It should be done automatically. But when you run with your Apple Watch without internet connection, it might take a while. And I sometimes had an issue reconnecting and synchronizing the run with the app. And it took me a while to figure out what's the problem. The key is to actually initiate the synchronization with the device which recorded it. I kept on swiping and refreshing on the phone, but I actually have to go in the watch, find the run, swipe down to start the synchronization, and then it will straight away pop up in the phone. Now for those who own the Apple Watch Ultra, there is a game-changing feature, which is the action button. So with a single press, I can control my workout. I can start it with a click. I can pause it as well when I'm waiting on the red light or starting a different running interval. And to push it even further, with the long press, I can get to more features and switch between different applications. So when I finish my workout and I want quick access to a torch, I can simply do it with one button. That's called Quick Switch, and you can also find it under the Apple Watch settings. To sum it up, you really don't need Apple Watch Ultra to get the most out of your workouts. You can perfectly well exercise with a standard watch. But if you are one of these people who wants to have better control and quick access to some features, then it is really worth spending a little bit more money. I personally even like the style a lot more, and just the battery life, which is maybe doubled comparing to a standard Apple Watch, is worth getting Apple Watch Ultra. It's not something you will be changing in a few months or every year. I am staying with one model of Apple Watch for many years, and having that extra battery life is really worth it. Either way, I hope you are now ready to start your exercise, and an Apple Watch will help you to reach your fitness goals. And if you also want to help me, then a simple like can do a lot. Or subscribing if you want to see more tips about Apple Watch, iPhone or a Mac. In that case, I will see you in the next video.